So now I'm going to answer the Q Bounty questions now. Uh, and they're both anonymous. But one asks, am I going to Politicon? So the answer to that, of course, is no. I will not be making it to Politicon this year. I've actually never been to a Politicon. It's actually really, really expensive for me to go, and I can't really afford to do so. So that's one of the main reasons that I'm not going to Politicon, and I've never been invited. And I've also talked to some people who have been invited to Politicon, I believe, who have gone to Politicon, and they say, look, if you're not going as a speaker or somebody who's debating, it's not really all that worth it because it's incredibly toxic. So I'm not going to tell you who that is, um, but that's the information that I've gotten. Funny story though is that Sam Cedar, Sam Cedar was supposed to debate Steven Crowder. Steven Crowder apparently got cold feet, and so now everyone is sending him socks. That's a fun story. I absolutely love it. I believe it was just like when Ann Coulter backed out. I think it was Ann Coulter that backed out a debate with Kyle Kalinske. What's with all these conservatives having cold feet when it comes to debating progressives? Hmm, weird. But it is a shame that I'm not going to be able to attend because I do want to see Anna take on Tommy Lauren. Oh, that's going to be fun. So much fun. Okay. Um, I guess I'll have to watch from afar. Sad face. Okay. Next question. And this is a political question from, again, somebody who's anonymous. Now that the others are failing and Biden is almost out, who is the more credible candidate of Bernie and Warren? Oh, no, that's an interesting question. And I like that question. So now, look, the person that I trust when it comes to, again, this is my personal opinion. The person that I trust the most is Bernie Sanders. Why do I trust Bernie Sanders? He's been saying the same thing for 40 years. The guy's a rock. Now, that said, look, Elizabeth Warren, yes, she used to be a Republican. I actually don't like that attack against her. Why is that? Because there are plenty of people that are progressive now that used to be conservative. And so if we trash anybody who used to be a Republican, used to be a conservative person in the past, but is now a progressive, you'd be alienating a lot of actually really good current progressives. And so that's the problem I have with that argument. You're basically saying that you're not allowed to change, that you have to have been born progressive. Let me tell you what, I used to be a moderate. Back in the day, I was like, I don't know, Republicans have some good ideas, Democrats have some good ideas. I was a so called fence sitter. Now, deeply progressive because I actually know the issues, because I've actually taken time to learn. And so I think it's a little bit of an unfair attack. That said, I do trust Bernie Sanders more than I trust Elizabeth Warren because to me, there are some certain things that I'm not happy about when it comes to Elizabeth Warren. She didn't go to Standing Rock um, and then did the native thing, native ancestry. So that kind of like super, super cringe. She was unclear about Medicare for all, and then was unclear about, well, she actually did say that she was going to take corporate money in the general, and then she backtracked and said, no, I'm not going to take corporate money in the general anymore. I'd still say that's a win for the left, but again, when you're looking at someone with consistency, Bernie Sanders, again, like a rock. I'm going to go with him. To me, he has more credibility. But if Bernie Sanders wasn't in the race, then yeah, I'd vote for Elizabeth Warren hands down because her policies, even though I have a distrust of her, I also distrust pretty much every other politician. And at least her plans are halfway decent. And so there's my explanation on that. But again, as long as Bernie Sanders is in the race, he's my number one. Bernie is freaking Bay. Let's just keep it at that. Okay. Hopefully I answered you guys' question. And if you want to send in a question, qbounty.com. That's QBOUNTI.com. And you can help out the show by asking me a question.